Hello. Today we are going to discuss. In the last class, we have completed some protocols. So today we have leftover two concepts, two protocols. One is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and we have another security that is the Secure Socket Layer, SSL. These both we are going to discuss in the today's class. So SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. So generally, to send a mail from one mail address to another mail address, we are depending on this SMTP protocol. This SMTP is a set of communication guidelines that allows software to transmit an electronic mail over the internet. Is called simple mail transfer protocol. Means to transfer the mail from one computer to another computer, we are depending on simple mail transfer protocol. It is a program used for sending messages to other computers users based on email addresses. Means to send that we require email address. So like mobile, we have mobile numbers. This is the identification. Similarly, for mail, we have mail IDs. Through that mail IDs, we can transfer the information from one computer to another computer. So it provides a mail exchange between users on the same or different computers. And it supports, it can send a single message to one or more persons. Means at a time, we can send one message to number of people, number of recipients. So this is possible by using SMTP. Sending a message can include text, voice, video, or graphics. So in that mail, we can include the text, we can include voice, we can include video or graphics. It can also send the messages on networks outside the internet. So by using this, we can send the other networks also. So this is what the use of SMTP. The SMTP is a protocol. This protocol is used to transmit the information over the networks. That information may contain text, voice, video, and graphics. To send this information over the networks, we require an email address. What we require? We require an email address. This is what SMTP. Now, we need to discuss secured socket layer, that is SSL, secured socket layer. Is my voice is audible? Secured socket layer.
Yes, sir, audible.
The SSL protocol was originally developed by Netscape. So this is a protocol, this protocol developed by Netscape company. Why they are developed? To ensure security of data transported and routed through HTTP, LDAP or POP application layers. See, when you are transmitting the data through HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol or LADP or POP3 applications. So to secure that data, we are using SSL protocol. So what it will do? So SSL is designed to make use of TCP as a communication layer to provide a reliable end-to-end secure and authenticated connection between 2 points over a network. For example, between the service and client server. Notwithstanding, this SSL can be used for protection of data in transit in situations related to any network service. It is used mostly in HTTP server and client applications. Today, almost all, each available HTTP server can support an SSL session. So, Internet Explorer, Netscape Navigator browsers are provided with SSL-enabled client software. Means whatever the browsers we are using in today, they comes with SSL, Secure Socket Layer. So the duty of Secure Socket Layer is when we are passing the information through HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, whatever the information we are sending, that will be secured, that will be encrypted by using this SSL secure socket layer. This is called secure socket layer, right? This is what the two protocols. And now we have to discuss internet concepts and technologies. So this is what unit 7 Under Unit 7, we have internet concepts and technologies. So here, what is internet and the concept evolution of internet, how internet was developed, web technologies, what are the web technologies we have to develop the websites, global publishing concept, what do you mean by hypertext, what is URL, uniform resource locator, and the concept of servers, the concept of gateways, and how we are securing the site as well as firewalls. So these things we have in this chapter. Already I said firewalls. Although again we have the same concept in this unit also. So here we are going to discuss what evolution of internet, various web technologies, global publishing concept, hypertext, URL, server, and concept of gateway services, site security, and firewalls. Right. So first we will discuss evolution of internet. Actually, why internet started. So when they are started and where it is started, that things we have to discuss. See, I said internet. Internet is a network of network. What is my internet is a network of network, or we can say it is a global network. Internet is a global network, means we are connecting all the computers of the world by satellites or cables. So that comes under internet, that we can say as a internet. So by using internet, we can share the information anywhere, okay, from anywhere to anywhere, right? So when the internet started, there are so many networks existing in the world, often with different hardware and software. But internet is a term which is very common to all, irrespective of any age group. Perhaps there is no such human being in universe who is unaware of the term internet. Means everybody knows about internet. In other words, internet is a backbone of rapid growth of the technological revolution. So nowadays we are saying IoT, Internet of Things. Everything is enabled with internet. We are using smart TVs. They are enabled with internet. We are using smart watches. In that also we are getting internet. In mobiles we are getting internet. In computers we are getting internet. Everything that is enabled with internet. And every person knows about internet. So the technology revolution depends on internet, right? The word internet is derived from internet working. That is the collection of individual networks connected by intermediate networking devices that functions as a single large network. Network is a collection of terminals, all we know. Computer servers and components which allow for the easy flow of data and use of resources between one to another. So that means aim of internet is free flow of data or easy flow of data among or between the computers or between server to clients, right? Then when the internet was developed, see, this is what we can say evolution of internet. The internet has a popular and well-known history. It has come across a long way to reach its current position. When traditional circuit switches telephone networks were considered too vulnerable, Department of Defense, Department of Defense of USA turned to its research arm, Advanced Research Project Agency, ARPA. So this is the agency which was invented the internet, which was supposed to use internet to transfer the military information among the soldiers, right? It is called ARPANET, Advanced Research. What we can say, Advanced Research. See, it is in 1969, ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency. We can call as ARPANET. So, this network is popularly known as ARPANET. But in the late 1970s, NSF, that is National Science Foundation, found the enormous impact the ARPANET has having a university research. allowing scientists across the country to share the data and collaborate on research projects. However, to get on the ARPANET, a university had to have a research concept with DOD. So this is what the brief history of ARPANET. And in the year 1984, ARPANET has more than 1,000 individual computers linked as a host. So in 1969, they have started internet for military operations. The USP then after in 1984, 1,000 hosts are linked. Then in 1986, NSF connects NSF net to ARPANET to become known as the internet. Means in 1986, NSF is collaborated with ARPANET and it becomes internet. In 1995, NSF net terminates its network one of the internet on the internet and resumes status as research network. And in 1996, Internet 2 was founded. Now today, more than 550 million hosts connect to the internet. Means hosts are nothing but they are the service providers. We can share we can store our information in the host. We means the companies who are having the websites, that websites will be stored in the host. Through that host, we are accessing the information. So now we have 550 million hosts that are all connected to the computers all over the world. So this is what brief history of internet. Now we have to know the basic concepts of internet. In internet, we have some basic concepts that we have to discuss. One is every day we are seeing the address www, World Wide Web, and we have one more HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, website, web server, web browser, SMTP server, ISP, DNS, W3C. These are those words in internet compulsory in our regular life. Really, we are using all these words. Means we are hearing these words. Right? We'll discuss one after one. What do you mean by www? See, www stands for World Wide Web. A technical definition of World Wide Web is all resources and users on the internet that are using hypertext transfer protocol. A broader definition comes from the organization of the web inventor Tim Berners-Lee, helped found the World Wide Web Consortium. The World Wide Web is a universal network. What we can say? www is a universal network, accessible information and embodiment of human knowledge. In simple terms, the World Wide Web is a way of exchanging the information between computers on the internet, tying them together into vast collection of interactive multimedia resources. See, we can say what is www, World Wide Web. What it is a way of exchanging information between the computers over the internet. It is nothing but www. Now we have to know about next one, that is HTTP. What it is? HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What is HTTP? It is a Hypertext Transfer Protocol. In the previous class also I said hyper means it doesn't include it not only includes text, it includes multimedia, it includes video, audio, graphics, that all included in HTTP. Means to transfer this all over the networks, we are using HTTP protocol. So this is a protocol being used to transfer hypertext documents that makes the World Wide Web possible. A standard web address such as like google.com is called as URL, and here is the prefix with HTTP indicates it is a protocol. See, generally we can see a website address http://www.google.com. So in this www is a World Wide Web and HTTP is a protocol. Okay. Then next one we have to discuss about website. What do you mean by website? See, generally we are seeing number of websites now, right? For every university, we can see a website. For an organization, we can see a website, right? So what do you mean by website? See, a website is a collection of web pages. What is website? A website is a collection of web pages is called as website. So how the website is developed? The website is developed by using HTML. It is called as hypertext markup language. What it is? Hypertext markup language. By using that markup language, we can design a website. A website is a collection of web pages. What is website? It is a collection of web pages. Then you can get it out. What do you mean by web page? So a web page is a page on the internet. A web page is a page on the internet is called as web page. This is a location on the web where people can find information related to the site. There are millions of websites available on the web. Each page available on the website is called web page. The first page of any website is called as home page. See, whenever you open a website, whatever the page we can get, that page is called as home page. Right? The page is called as home page. The page on the internet is called as web page. The collection of web pages is nothing but website. So these websites or web pages are developed based on HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. I think it is clear. For every website, there is an address. The address is called as URL, or we can say website address. Right? Then next one we have to discuss web server. What do you mean by web server? See, every website on a computer known as web server. This server is always connected to the internet. Every web server that is connected to the internet is given a unique address made of a series of 4 numbers between 0 to 256 separated by periods. For example, 68.178.157.132 or 68.132.35.177. So when we registered a web address, also known as domain name, such as Amazon.com, we have to specify IP address of the web server that will be host the site. See, web server is nothing but where it is a computer where we are storing our total website information is called as web server. Generally, we are not storing our websites in our personal systems, in our organization system. Generally, to store websites, we are taking the services from the web hosters. We are taking the services from web hosters. Web hosters means they will provide some space to us. In that space, we are storing our information. Right? What we are doing, we are storing our information. And they will provide a unique address. That unique address is nothing but IP address. Then remembering that IP address is very difficult. Then what we are doing, instead of that address, we are converting that address into a domain name. We are converting it to a URL name. Right? This is what web server. Because by see here, when you want to store your complete website in your system, in your office, in your system, so switch on that system 24/7, running that system 24/7 is impossible. Providing internet to that system 24/7 is impossible. And we need a air conditioner, a cold like a air conditioner, 24 hours power, 24 hours internet. And we need to monitor that system 24/7. These all the things are impossible. Further things are what we are doing, we are taking third-party services, means we are storing our data, means our website data in other systems. That systems are monitored by the web hosters. Right? The next one is web browser. What's the next thing? Web browser. What do you mean by web browser? See, web browser is a software. What is a web browser? It is a software. So we need to install that software in our system. So in client systems, why we are installing to view the web pages? We need this software. Without this software, we can't view the web pages. Right? What is web browser?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what you're telling, it is not visible on the screen, sir.
Yeah, just a minute, ma. Be online.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, tell me. Yes, ma'am. Are you getting my voice?
Yeah, we are getting your voice, sir, but what you're telling of the topic, it is not visible on the screen, sir.
Okay, okay. My screen is not visible.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible, but what topic you are telling, it is not visible.
Here, basic concepts of internet like www, HTTP, website, web server, web browser. Are you seeing this? Yes, ma'am. Are you able to see the screen PPT?
Yes, sir, but it is showing secure socket layer, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. It is showing secure socket. Okay. Now, yes, ma'am.
It is the same, sir. Secure socket layer only showing, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Now, ma'am. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Able to see, sir.
Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. See, now we are at web browser, right? So what is web browser? Web browser is a software. Okay, the software is used to view the web pages over the internet. Okay, to view the web pages over the internet, we need this software. So this, by opening this software, it contains an address bar. In that address bar, we need to type web address. By typing the web address, we can see the websites, right? We can view the websites. So there are plenty of web browsers like the Netscape Navigator, Microsoft Internet Explorer, now we are calling as Edge, Mozilla Firefox, Chrome. These are the various web browsers. All these browsers are used to view the web pages over the internet. Now, the next one is what, ma? SMTP server. Already I said SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. So SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol Server. This server takes care of delivering email from one server to another server. When we send email to an email address, it is delivered to the recipient by a SMTP server. Generally, regularly, everybody is using email address. Everybody are sending messages, means transferring the files, okay, are sending information through emails, right? We are all are aware about this email system. So behind that email, we have SMTP server. These server will take care of sending the messages, means transferring the emails from one computer to another computer. So this is what SMTP server. Then next one is ISP. So ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. What ISP stands for? Internet Service Provider. They are the companies who are providing us service in terms of internet connection. To connect to the internet, we can buy a space on a web server from any internet service provider. This space will be used to host our website. See, here we can say ISP, Internet Service Provider. Generally, we have two types here. One is we can get the connection through these people, internet service. Another one is hosting service also they will provide. Means to host our website, we need some space. That space is also provided by these people. So they are called as ISP, Internet Service Providers. So two-way, they will provide the internet access to the users. Similarly, for companies, they will provide web space. Right? They are called as ISPs, Internet Service Providers. And next one is DNS, Domain Name System. What? Domain Name System. See, when we type in our domain name like www.ambedkaropenuniversity.com or braous.com, like usmania.ac.in, in our browsers, we'll ask for a domain name system to find out the IP that hosts our site. When we register our domain name, our IP address should be put in a DNS along with our domain name. Without doing it, our domain name will not be functioning properly. See, for every website we have DNS, domain name. So like domain name system is we need to convert our IP address into a URL address. So it contains a domain. Okay. Then next one is W3C. W3C stands for World Wide Web Consortium. World Wide Web Consortium, an international consortium of companies involved with the internet and web. The W3C was founded in 1994 by Tim Berners-Lee, the original architect of the World Wide Web. The organizer's purpose is to develop open standards so that the web evolves in a single direction rather than being splitted among the competing factions. The W3C is a chief standard body of HTTP and HTML. See, some group of organizations together formed a consortium. So why they formed? To get a common standards for all the websites, the common procedure for all the websites, right? So this W3C was founded by Tim Berners-Lee in the year 1994. It is what? It is a group of organization. They will develop standards for the websites. They will develop standards for HTML and HTTP. So these are the basic concepts of internet, right? Is it clear? Now, right, I said basic concepts. Now we have to discuss the various web technologies used to develop websites, right? Here, to develop a website, to develop internet applications, we need to use these web technologies. There are a number of web technologies, right? That we need to discuss. See, HTML. The first thing is, are you able to see my screen? Web technology screen? Yes, ma. Anyone can respond? Are you able to see my screen? Yeah. So, web technologies. So here, web technologies are, so many technologies are there that all technologies are used to develop the websites. The first is HTML. What is the first one? HTML. The HTML stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext transfer, HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. Sorry. Hypertext Markup Language. The HTML is a basic language, markup language used to develop web pages. It contains tags. What we can say? Tags, or we can say elements. By writing that elements, we can develop the websites. It is a presentation purpose markup language. Means by using the tags, we can develop the websites. So we can develop an interactive, means a attractive websites by using HTML. See, the HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, is the glue that holds together every website. Like building a house, we always build a strong foundation first. For any site, HTML is a foundation. HTML is an open source language which is easy to learn and requires no expensive package to start using it. Just by using a notepad, we can write the coding. Or else we have ready-made editors. By using that also, we can write the coding. We can develop the HTML pages, web pages. The next one is DHTML. So the DHTML is nothing but just we are adding dynamic, means the dynamic hypertext markup language is nothing but DHTML. Is just as the name suggests, it is adds to dynamicness, moving or changing the content to plain old HTML pages. We can think of its more advanced version of HTML. Although DHTML is not a fact, not a programming language itself. DHTML is a broad term used to describe group of applications. The main ones are described below, right? See, here DHTML, just in DHTML, what we are doing, we are adding some graphics. We are adding some special features to the web page by using some technologies. So that we can say as DHTML. And next one is JavaScript. So next one is what? JavaScript. What do you mean by JavaScript? See, the JavaScript is a scripting language. So JavaScript is what? It is a scripting language. Scripting language means to do the calculations on the website, to design form validations, right? To check the forms. For example, one user enters some data. We need to validate whether the data is correct or not. So that we can do by using JavaScript. And we can do some interactive websites, web pages by using JavaScript. We can do the animations. We can create the games over the network by using JavaScript. Means what we are doing, just we are embedding a program. We are embedding scripting to the web page. Then the scripting makes web page more attractive. We can do animations. We can load images. That all we can do by adding JavaScript to the web pages. And next one is Java. What is the next one? Java. So Java is a programming language. What Java is a programming language? We can say it is a object-oriented programming language. It was developed by Sun Microsystems. And a person, his name is James Gosling. The person developed Java. So by using Java, we can develop internet applications. What we can develop? Internet applications. So again here, internet applications are classified into web support to applications, web applications. By using Java, we can develop web applications, and as well as we can develop web support to applications, right? So when you develop web applications or web support applications only, we are using Java and HTML. We are using means for HTML, we are adding all these technologies. The base is HTML. And next one is CSS. The CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So what we can do by using CSS? See, by using CSS, we can add decorations. What we can do? We can add decoration to our web pages. Means by HTML is not enough to decorate a web page. We can't get all the settings. We can't get all the things by only HTML. But whatever the pitfalls are there in HTML, that we may overcome by using CSS. The CSS is nothing but what? Cascading style sheet. So to show your web page in very attractive manner, we need to depend on CSS. So here we can change the size, color, font, we can insert animations, we can go for filters, everything we can incorporate in a website by using CSS. Right, next one is DOM. DOM stands for Document Object Model. So which allows the designer to access any element in a web page such as image or a layer or a table. Each element may be assigned to a unique ID, okay, name to identify it by. When combined with CSS and JavaScript, the DOM may be used to make changes to only the unique tags. Means by using DOM, what we are doing, we are giving identification to the HTML elements. So when combined with CSS and JavaScript to refer particular tag, we are using that unique name. Such as by using this, what we can do, we can increase the size, we can change the colors on that particular tag only, that particular area only. So that is possible by using DOM. The next one is another, the leading one. Nowadays, so many people are using this. That is PHP. What it is? PHP. This stands for PHP Hypertext Processor. It is one of the widely used language for web development. was created in 2004. It is an HTML embedded scripting language and useful for creating dynamic pages. Using this language, a web app very quickly. This language has been used to create websites such as WordPress, and Facebook. See here, we have so many features by PHP. That is MySQL or database, SQL Server. Alright, that benefit we have. We can develop the dynamic web pages. What we can do? We can develop the dynamic web pages. Dynamic web pages means it has two-way communication. Means we can take the data from the user as well as we can respond to the user query. That is possible by using PHP pages. And next one is Python. The Python is an advanced programming language. What is Python? It is an advanced programming language like Java and used for creating websites and mobile applications. See, Python is used to develop standalone applications, websites, and mobile applications also. It is very flexible and has a broad range of applications. It can run on both Linux, Windows servers. Some of these sites powered by Python, including Instagram, Pinterest, both social media sites. So nowadays, the backend for Python, many websites are developed based on Python. And if you go for PHP, the Facebook, they are developed on PHP. Then next one, Ruby. So Ruby, what is Ruby? So Ruby is a user-friendly language for beginners. What is Ruby? It is a user-friendly language for beginners. It is used for programming of mobile applications and websites like Python. So what we can do in Python, the same things we can do by using Ruby. So Ruby was created in 1993 and it is an open source platform. That means everybody can use it. Are my screen visible to you, ma? Yeah. So to use Ruby, we need not to pay any amount. Directly, we can download and we can use. We need to write the coding. Then next one is .Net. So .Net is a graphical, means no need to write the coding. Just we need to drag and drop to develop a website. At left panel, we have some buttons. Just we need to drag and we need to drop. You need to insert the image. When you are using other coding languages, we need to write the code to insert the image. But here, no need to write the coding. At left panel, we have some image button. Just we need to drag that button and we need to paste the button. Drop the button where you need to paste the image, where you need to insert the image. So .Net is developed by Microsoft company in the year 2000. So it is used primarily in system running on Windows. This language is used to scientific research and academic fields. And next one is C. So C is a programming language, standard programming language. It is developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1970. It is appreciated for its efficiency and known for writing system software. So generally, we are not using C to develop web applications, but the basics, whatever we learned in C language, that concepts used to us to develop means whatever the concepts we have in PHP, whatever the concepts we have in Java, whatever the concepts we have in Python, that all concepts are inherited, derived from C language. Means the person who knows C language, they can easily write the programming code. And next one is C++. So this is a intermediate programming language. This is also object-oriented programming language. So whereas C is a procedure-oriented programming language, the C++ is a object-oriented programming language. So it is developed in the year 1979. So this is used to develop Windows-based applications and operating systems, new operating systems. The next one is C#. The C# is a multi-paradigm programming language, used general purpose language to build up a software for Microsoft and Windows platforms. So generally we are using this C# to develop the applications for Windows computers. The next one, SQL, structured query language. See, the SQL stands for structured query language, or we can say SQL. It is a database language. What it is? It is a database language. Generally, we are using this language to integrate our website with database. Means whatever the data we are collecting from the users, whatever the orders we are taking through the sites, so that all will be stored in this SQL. By using SQL commands, we are storing in a database. The next one, Flash. So what is Flash? The Flash is a software. It is used to create animations. It is used to create animations. We can do the animations in video format or in text format, on images format. So that we can incorporate in the websites. So it is what? Flash. Generally, for example, when you are seeing a website, within fraction of seconds, we can see the movement in the photos. They may move. One photo will be replaced by another photo. Again, another photo may come to this place. Means this is possible by using Flash. The next one is CGI and Perl. So CGI stands for Common Gateway Interface, and Perl stands for Practical Interaction and Reporting Language. So these languages are also used to contain HTML, DHTML codes. These are used to develop the websites. And next one is SVG. SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. And XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. So here, why we are using SVG and why we are using this XML? See, by using SVG, we can develop the web pages. The pages contains 2D graphics, means two-dimensional graphics. And whatever the images we are creating through SVG, that may be measurable, means that may be scalable, and which occupies very less space. For example, if you want to do any animation by using Flash or any other software, so it stores more space, more memory. But when you develop the same thing by using SVG, so it consumes only very less like memory. So that is what SVG. So here we are using some tags. By using the tags, we are writing the code. And next one is XML. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. See, by using HTML, we can develop websites, but the more focus of HTML is presentation. But if we go for XML, the major focus is on data. So whatever the web page, whatever the code you have written by using XML, that code will be binded with any other software. It is an open source. You can combine, you can open that file in Excel, you can open in Tally, you can open it as a website. Means multi-platform, platform independence we have with the XML. Means XML file may be opened in any other software. That benefit we have with the XML. So these are the various web technologies used to develop web pages. Is it clear? Yes, is it clear? Is it clear? Anyone can respond? Yeah, is it clear? So here HTML is stands for Hypertext Transfer, Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and we have Dhtml, JavaScript, Java, cascading style sheets. They are also called as CSS, document object model, PHP, Python, Ruby, .Net, SQL, Flash, CGI, Perl, SVG, and XML. These are the various web technologies used to develop internet applications as well as web applications. Then we have to discuss Black 4. The Black 4 is consumer-oriented e-commerce applications. Right? Consumer-oriented e-commerce applications. In this, we have two units. That is Unit 8, Mercantile Process Models, and Unit 9, Electronic Payment Systems. Right? We have two units. One unit is Mercantile Process Models. Another unit is Electronic Payment Systems. First, we'll discuss Unit 8. That is Mercantile Process Models. Right. Under this unit, what concepts we have? So we have interaction. What is mercantile process? That is nothing but what is business process. And mercantile process model. Mercantile models from viewpoint of customer perspective, from viewpoint of merchant perspective. Means in this process, in business process, what is the role of customer and what is the role of merchant? So the role of merchant and the role of customer, that we need to discuss. So here what we are going to discuss, what is mercantile process? In mercantile process, what is the role of customer and what is the role of merchant? That things we are going to discuss in unit 8. See, the online consumer experts means if you go for online consumer means the persons who are buying over the internet. The persons who are buying the products over the internet, actually what they looks quality, convenience, value, low price, and control. The persons who needs this, they'll go for online. Yeah, generally, okay. For quality, we may go for manual shopping also. But to compare the products with other brands, to compare the products with other shops, to compare the product for low prices, these are available in only online shops. So they are available in manual, but very less. But by sitting in front of computer, we can compare the product, whatever the product you want to purchase, that product we can compare with different products. And we can compare the product with different shops, different portals where we are getting it at very less price. And what features we have for this product extra to compare with others. This is all possible by using only online shopping. So to meet these expectations and understand the behavior of the online shopper, there is a need for business model that provides a standard services purchasing process from an interactive services and mercantile point of view. See, customer are expecting more. Customers have more expectations. So to meet that expectations, the merchants who are developing e-commerce sites, who are selling their products over internet, they need to follow a standardized process, standardized merchandising practice. See, mercantile model leads to generalize the entire modes of operandi which facilitate interaction among the consumer as well as the retailer. This enhance reliability and do away the requisition of the different business process, such models can be either consumer or retail oriented. Customers do vary in accordance to their buying behavior, like there can be. See, before going to these, we have to know different types of customers. One is impulsive. Impulsive means without planning, without having any plan, without preparing. If they purchase any item readily, what readily means without any plan. For example, I want to purchase, for example, a small phone. Okay, I visited an electronic shop, but after purchasing the phone, there is a washing machine which is very attractive. It has a good features, but without plan, what I did, I purchased that washing machine. So that is called as impulsive buying. Means without any plan, if you purchase an item, it is called impulsive buy. What we can say? Impulsive buy. And next one is analytical. Analytical means, so before going to coach, we may conduct a research. Means we may pursue the details from different shops. We may pursue the details. We will get the details from friends. We may inquire to the friends. We may inquire to the shopkeepers. We may search on internet. So we may see the reviews, feedbacks, everything we may review. So that is what analytical. But who performs extensive research before buying? Then patient, one who undergoes huge comparative study period to purchasing. They are called as patient. Means they make a comparative study period to purchasing. The purchases, on the other hand, can be also classified as specific purchase, unanimous purchase. So here we have different types of purchase. One is impulsive, analytical, patient, specific purchase, and unanimous purchase. These are the various types of purchases, and we have different customers also. So here we have to discuss what mercantile process. So what is mercantile process? So it defines the interaction between the consumer and the merchant for online commerce. So it is the process of, means it is the combination of activities of customer as well as merchant to complete a transaction. Is called as mercantile process. Means first, generally what happens, first the company, the business, they may include, they may place their products in e-commerce portals, or if they are having their own website, in that website they will place the product. Customers searches for products by using a search engine, or if they know your website or any other popular website, they may enter the address, they will search for products. If that products meets to their requirement, that what they will do, they will make the order. That order comes to the merchant. Then merchant verifies the order and whatever the items are. So verify the order, and as well as the customer makes the payment. So that payment is credited to merchant accounts through bank, through payment gateways. After confirming the payment, what he will do? He will deliver the products. Similarly, he will send the invoice and confirmation message to the customer. Then customer will take the products. After getting the products, he will go for post purchase services. Right? So these total process is called as mercantile process model. What we can say? Mercantile process model. So here it is the activities of customer and activities of what? The merchants to complete a transaction is called as mercantile process. Here, now we can see the mercantile process from customer's perspective as well as from merchant perspective. So just we have 5 minutes time. So for that, we'll go through this concept in next class. So before that, just I will give some brief description regarding this concept. One is mercantile model from the consumer's perspective. If you go for consumer's perspective, we have 3 phases. One is pre-purchase phase, purchase, consumption, and post-purchase interaction. These are the 3 phases. One is pre-purchase phase, purchase, consumption, and post-purchase interaction. These we will discuss in the next class. Right here. Now, today what we have completed, just we have 5 minutes time now. I will review that. So one we have completed SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. Before this class, I said different types of protocols now. So one is OSI model, TCP/IP, HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, and SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. These are the protocols. What are the protocols? One is OSI model, another one is TCP/IP, HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, and SMTP. So these protocols are set of rules and regulations. They are used to transmit the information over the internet. Similarly, we are using this to protect our information. We have one that is SSL, secure socket layer. This is also a protocol. This is used to secure the information when you are transmitting the information over the internet. And we discussed the internet concepts. So under internet concepts and technologies, we discussed what is internet, the evolution of internet, and what are the various web technologies, global publishing concept, hypertext, URL, servers, and gateway services. This we need to discuss. Okay. URL. What do you mean by URL? That also I will explain. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It is the address of a resource on the internet. What it is? It is the address of a resource on the internet. A URL indicates the location of the resource as well as the protocol used to access it. A URL contains the following information. So if you go for any URL, it contains a protocol and the location of the server, the port number, location of the resource in the directory structure of the server, and fragment identifier. So these are the things we may see in a protocol. For in a URL address. For example, you see http://www.google.com is there. This is called as URL. What we can say URL. So in this HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, it is a protocol. www is a service provider. What is? It is a service provider. Google is a domain name and .com is an extension. Like that, every web address contains a protocol, ISP, domain name, and extension. All together we can call as URL. What we can call URL. Then, see, we have to discuss site security. For example, if we have a website, so how to secure that website? So we may see different types of attacks on the website. So like DDoS attacks, a distributed denial of service. So this is an attack occurs when multiple systems flood the bandwidth or resource of targeted system, usually one or more web servers, such as attack of a result of multiple compromised systems flooding the targeted system with a traffic. This task can slow crash site entirely, making inaccessible to the visitor. See, DDoS attack means number of multiple users at a time they will access our web server. Means, for example, we have a server which may give response at a time to some 1 lakh users, but wantedly some 10 lakh or 20 lakh users want there is demi attack. Means they will create what they will do means that 10 lakh user traffic comes to our website. At that time, what happens? Our system may slow down or our entire system may crash. This is called DDoS attack. And malware. So malware stands for malicious software. Malware is a very common threat used to steal sensitive customer data, distribute spam, and allow cyber criminals to access sites and more. So malware means they will send a small software to our computer. So that enters to our network. What happens? And we will send the sensitive data to hackers, criminals, then blacklisting. So sometimes what happens? Blacklisting means in search engine. What happens? They may wantonly black our sites. Our site may be removed from the search engine results and flagged with a warning that turns visitors away if search engine find malware. Then these are the things happen generally in the websites. So to protect this, what we need to use? We need to use firewalls. We need to use antivirus. By using firewalls, antivirus, and different protocols, we can protect our website. So this is what this is today's class. Tomorrow we are going to discuss the mercantile process from customer perspective, the mercantile process from merchant perspective. That things we are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a good day.